The best thing about kettlebell training is that it gets you outside. It moves you away from the gym and it allows you to train absolutely anywhere. Today, we're gonna focus on 3 variations of the kettlebell squat so that you can maximize your training in every environment. Kettlebells do something different than everything else. They do endurance weightlifting, the unification of structure, breathing, and movement. That means picking a useful weight, let's say the weight of a backpack on a 5-mile hike, and learn to not put that weight down for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, up to an hour at a time. It is different than gym training. Gym training tends to be based around bodybuilding. You have a bunch of machines that allow you to isolate a muscle and try to do damage to it to get it to grow back bigger and prettier. Kettlebell training is more about adventure training. It is designed to help your whole body work equally well for long periods of time. If you're coming from a gym background, then we're going to focus on what you might consider a CrossFit kettlebell squat first. CrossFit kettlebell squat is what you might call a goblet squat with the handle up. The handle up goblet squat tends to mimic more barbell squats or med ball squats. We're going to pick up the weight. We're going to put the handle at the top. We call this the window of the kettlebell. We're going to get our hands underneath it and we're going to treat it like a front squat. This allows us to go down, lean back away from the weight, and drive up. When you are new to kettlebells, or you are very advanced at kettlebells and you're using super heavy weights, then you will probably work on this variation of the squat first. By holding the weight in front of our body, we're going to be able to lean back and work on improving our squat depth. The lower your squat depth, the heavier the weight, the harder your core has to fire when you drive up. Our goal with this exercise is to get our core to fire lower at the bottom position, because most people spend the majority of their time sitting. They sit in the car on the way to work, they sit on the train, they sit on planes, they sit at the office. So something like 60% of the population has low back pain, and it comes from not being able to squat low with load. Squatting low with load tends to make the core fire better. Back pain tends to disappear. We can take that goblet squat, we can flip the kettlebell over and make it even better. Instead of holding the weight handle up, we are going to put the weight on top and we are going to hold it bottoms up. This allows us instantly to lean even further back and get our squat even lower. Stand all the way up. Elbows in front of the body. Don't let the elbows flare. Do not rest the weight on the body. Elbows tight, get the weight off of the body, get down, lean back, back, back. Get your squat even lower. By doing something like a bottoms up goblet squat with a halo, we move the weight from in front of our body to behind our body, and that forces us to stand all the way up at the top. Our structure gets better, our movement gets better, and our breathing can get better. After you have mastered the handle up goblet squat and the bottoms up goblet squat, we move to something like a single side kettlebell front squat. Now we've moved the weight from the center line of our body to one side. When the weight is on one side, the core has to fire to stabilize. Most people have one strong side of their core because they have one dominant hand, and they have a weaker side of their core because they have a non-dominant hand. By doing the kettlebell front squat, we can focus on getting back, 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 and getting both sides of our spine to fire equally well. Get down, same thing, elbows track inside the knees, feet pointed generally straight ahead, verticalize the spine, stand all the way up. Of course, you would do an equal number of reps with the weight on either side of your spine. The thing that kettlebells do better than everything else is endurance weightlifting. Once we get to this front squat, we can start to combine it with all of our other basic movements. Clean to front squat, clean to press to front squat, and pure thruster, which is front squat to overhead press. Normally when people start a kettlebell program, they might start a swing program, and they'll run a swing program with at least 10 weights. Then they'll do a clean and press program. Then they'll do a get up program. Then they'll do squat specific get-ups, but squats should always be part of your training. The better your squat gets, the better a key piece of your structure gets for everything. It doesn't matter what your sport is. It doesn't matter if it's jiu-jitsu, judo, grappling arts, mountain climbing, ice skating, dirt biking, horseback riding. Improving your squat and your core firing in your squat for longer periods of time will have direct athletic carryover to anything that you want to do. Kettlebells help you get a better rock bottom position in the least amount of time, and they free you from having to be in a gym. Get back outside, get a kettlebell, run a program.